Hello. I just wanted to come on really quickly and make a video kind of following up from the video that my dad had suggested that we do, that he posted on his Facebook. So I don't want this video to really be about the surgery and about the diagnosis of Crohn's disease or anything like that, but I kind of just wanted it to be a positive, uplifting video and give advice on how I've remained positive, but also being real with you guys and letting you know that this hasn't been easy and I'm still struggling, honestly. So I'm not a good writer or public speaker, but I have not a good writer or public speaker, but I have written down just like a few little things that I didn't want to forget. So I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease back in 2013. Of course, once I was diagnosed, I literally searched up and down about it, researched it, and I looked at all of the different surgeries, all the different symptoms, all the different medications. I just wanted to really be aware of what I had and what I had going on. And the one thing that I immediately was like, no, never, was ostomy surgery. I'm not going to go into detail with what it is because you guys can either ask me and I'd be glad to explain, or you can Google it. I don't really want to make it about that. It kind of confuses some people when they've asked me, like, oh, what kind of surgery are you getting? And they're like, what? So yeah, I don't really want to go into it too much, but I'm definitely willing to answer questions if you have any about it. But anyways, so that was the number one thing that I was like, no, never. It would affect the way I would dress. It would affect me going to the beach or the pool. It would just affect my life in a negative way. At least that's what I thought at the time. And yeah, so fast forward a few years, I had been on Remicade since my diagnosis for a few years, and it was working great. Then I had developed antibodies against the Remicade, and it was no longer working for me. So they had to switch me to a different medicine called Humira. And I feel like that never fully worked, but it worked okay. It kept me going. And fast forward to me moving to Midland. I was feeling good, feeling okay when I first moved here. I'm looking around at my house right now that I live in with my little family, and it makes me so happy. But yeah, I was doing great, and I got pregnant with little Brinley Ray. I had her in July, and I would say it was in October of last year, 2018, that a flare came and never really left. I was off and on sick, missing work, hanging out with friends, and I started to feel really alone. And it's nobody's fault but my own, because, I'd be sitting in the family room and we'd be all hanging out as a family, and I would just feel alone. And that's really not fair because Dylan never made me feel that way. But I was tired of hearing myself complain, honestly. You can be okay with this disease in the morning, and an hour later you can be like, nope, I'm going to bed for the rest of the day. It can affect you so quickly. It's off and on. I'll be feeling at the top of the world one day and horrible, the worst, the next day or even a few hours later. So it's just unpredictable. It's hard. I got tired of hearing myself complain, and it's so easy to feel alone. I've had so much support, though, that does not go unnoticed, and it has definitely helped me. But it still really is easy to feel alone when you feel like nobody understands. Like maybe they're tired of hearing you complain about your stomach pains today. You just had stomach pains yesterday. You had a fever yesterday. Why? What? Or you were just fine 2 minutes ago. And it gets exhausting canceling plans with friends. It gets exhausting. So really, I started to feel the flare coming on, off and on, for pretty much a year. Finally, my GI here said, Whitney, I'm sending you to an IBD specialist in Dallas at Baylor Medical Center. They specialize in IBD. I met with the doctor, amazing doctor, from start to finish, asked me my story. Made a whole timeline. We were there for like 2 hours, that appointment. He was great. And he wanted to work alongside a colorectal surgeon. And so he had an appointment set up for me to see him. Went and saw the colorectal surgeon, and I was okay going to that appointment. Like, they're going to just tell me, oh, you know, we can do this and this, and these will be your options later on. And it's not really what happened. I went in, and he couldn't even do the exam because of so much inflammation. And he said I needed an exam under anesthesia. So we got that booked, went to Dallas, got that exam under anesthesia. When I woke up, Dylan came in the room. The doctor came in the room and said, all right, so you have about a foot inside that is very inflamed and infected, and it's not going to get better. It could get worse. It's not going to get better unless we do an ostomy. He knew that was the last thing I wanted to hear, that doctor. He knew, because I wrote on my new patient paperwork for Baylor, they had a section that said, like, please list any concerns. And I said, I never want an ostomy. And so he knew. He said, you know, look, there's a 50% chance that this can be reversed. 50% chance you can go back to the normal ways. We can put everything back how it should be. But there's also that 50% chance that this will be a forever thing. Instantly, I broke down. If you know me, I cry because I'm happy, because I'm sad, because I'm scared, shocked, whatever. That's just the emotion that I go to, I guess. Dylan got teary-eyed. The nurse got teary-eyed. And she came over and said, you know, I was crying with you. And then I told myself, stop. I've seen plenty of reversals. He said there's a 50-50 chance. Do you know what that means? You have a glass and you need to look at it half full. Do what the doctor says and let's get this reversed. She gave me some hope, for sure. But I still naturally had so many breakdowns. Poor Dylan. He is an amazing guy. That'll be another video about Dylan. Anyways, but he's been there for me. And so with all the woe is me and the sadness and the depression that kicked in, I started to get lots of kind comments, lots of kind gestures, people saying, it's gonna be okay, and people reaching out, I know so-and-so, and they've had this, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to them. And it, honestly, it's so encouraging to hear and to get feedback and love and support from other people. And I just decided, like, I thought really hard, and I said, you know what? In life, whether you believe in God or you don't, whether you believe in heaven or you don't, we all only get one chance to be on this earth. We get to be around people that we love, and we get to be around, you know, people who love us, and we get to do things and make memories that are going to be there forever. So why am I going to sit and focus on the bad and not smile and not be happy and not talk about what I'm going through and not, you know, we only get one chance, one life to live. And I want to spend my life personally happy, and I want to make others happy, and I want to be there for my friends, my family, my daughter. I want her to look up to me, and I want her to see me happy, and I want her to be happy, and I want her to want to be like me, and I want her to, I just decided I'm going to wake up and I'm going to literally count my blessings. So in the morning, I'll wake up usually it's because I can hear Bryn. And right there, number one, that's a blessing. It's a blessing to wake up and hear my daughter. It's a blessing to get her out of bed and get her dressed and give her kisses, and it is a blessing. It is a blessing that I get a kiss from Dylan before he leaves for work. It's a blessing that he has such a great job, and it's a blessing that he can support us and give us this beautiful home. It's a blessing that I get to hear Harry say, "Bye, Brinley. I love you, sister. Bye, Whit." His sweet little caring voice. They're just all of these little blessings. Even the silly things like, I get to get my hair done today, or I get to go hang out with so-and-so today. Those are blessings. And whether you count 5 blessings a day, 10, or just 1, just think of one positive thought, one positive blessing in the morning, and that truly has helped me. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is, so I know that social media can be a thing that just is not good sometimes. But I have found positive experience in social media and the internet because no matter what you're going through, nobody else is going to have the exact same story, but there are going to be so many similar people that are going through things similar to what you're going through. So just for an example, I have Crohn's disease. We all know that. But I have joined groups on Facebook, on Instagram, where you can ask questions and you can, all of these people are going through what I am going through, sometimes even more or less, but similar. And I've found that when I've asked questions, people will literally say, give me the advice, give me their experience, and then they say, and if you need to talk, just message me, or if you have any more questions, message me. And that I have found so helpful because I have been prepared not only mentally and emotionally for things that I've had to go through because of these people, but also physically, what do I bring to the hospital? What am I expecting right after surgery? What am I expecting during surgery? And it just, the advice and everything is so helpful. And so that is another tip that I have, especially to all of the comments from people who don't know what you're going through, but take time out of their day, out of their life to say, I'm praying for you. Or to say, hey, if you need anything, let me know. To bring me dinner, to bring me flowers, to gift baskets, or just their kind messages. I just feel like social media really has helped, and I hope it will help you. I mean, if you're going through something, I just encourage you to look for groups of people who are going through similar things. They have a group for almost everything, whether it be, depression or another disease, chronic illness, autoimmune, cancer. They even have mom groups, and it's just awesome. If you use it correctly, it's an awesome thing. And that's another tip that I have. And the last thing that I hope this makes sense, because I try and word it and it probably doesn't make sense, but the friends that I do have and the family that I do have that have been here for support, which I have read every single comment more than one time. I know even people that I don't know, that my parents know, are commenting and, good vibes. I'm praying, I'm fasting for you. So sorry, my nose is running because I'm emotional and teary-eyed. But the way that has helped me by others doing kind things like bringing me dinner or flowers or... Sorry, I got a call and the video cut off. But so how that has helped me, though, is I have seen people going out of their way to be a good friend, to be a good listener, to be there to support me, really caring for somebody who, you know, is not related to them maybe, or just caring for me in a way that I am beyond, I can't even fathom how, like, I don't even know if that's the right word. I'm trying to sound all smart and use big words, but I can't even begin to, like, say how that has made me feel. But really, it's made me want to be a better friend, because I feel like, wow, you know, they are giving to me. I want to give back to them. I want to be that kind of friend, that kind of family member. Because when you're giving, you're going to receive as well. And you shouldn't give to receive, but how I feel towards them is they're going out of their way to show their love and their support for me. And it's making me want to do the same for them. So if you are needing to be uplifted positively, and maybe you're not getting that from people, or you don't feel that you are, give to them, listen to them, ask how they're doing, ask if they need anything. And then I promise you, even if it's later on, or if not everyone does it, people will come to you and they will want to help you because they know what kind of friend you are. So I hope that makes sense, but that has also been a really positive, helping me to remain positive and uplifted through this whole thing. Kind of getting off subject probably, or this video is probably all over the place, and I'm sorry about that, but I just kind of wanted to come on and share my thoughts on being strong, being positive, things you can do and steps you can take to just feel your best and to look at the blessings in your life and live for yourself, live for your loved ones. And sometimes we're going to be thrown into trials that feel like the end of the world, but it's not, and we're going to be okay. I can't say that this surgery I'm like 100% okay with. I definitely woke up from the surgery and I cried when I saw my stomach. And it's hard. It's hard every day. But I'm here. I'm still kicking. And I get to go to my work Christmas party tomorrow. I got to go see my family for Thanksgiving. I get to go see them again next month. The things that make me happy, I'm doing. And I just want everyone to know that they're not alone, and that reach out to people with similar, similar problems or trials, and include your family and your friends in your thoughts, and let them be there for you, but also be there for them. And I just wanted to say thank you, and I love you guys so much, and all of your love and support and flowers, and I just can't even begin to thank you enough, because y'all helped me get through this, and y'all helped me see the positive and see how loved I am and how loved my family is, and you helped me to see the good, and I thank y'all for that, and I love y'all. I'm gonna go now. I hope that you guys found some positivity and help through this video, and if you made it this far, thank you. But yeah, I love you guys.